Hey everybody, how's it going? Just got home from work, long day, put in some OT. So let me show you the project that I've got going on at the moment. Found this portable DVD player in one of the scrap cars at work. So now, it didn't have a charge cord. This is just the cover of it in here. But it didn't have a charge cord, or plug or whatever, which would normally go right there. So I came up with kind of a redneck solution for it. The battery pack was no good in it, and when I did hook up some power to it, just with two stripped wires and 12 volts, it also didn't put out a charge at the battery pack, so there's something wrong in the circuit board. But the battery pack was 3.7 volt pack, so the input says 9 to 12 volts DC. So obviously there's a transformer somewhere in here too, which would also cut that power down to charge the battery and also work the DVD player on 3.7 volts. So the good news is it does work, but with the 12 volt in. So there's a problem from the transformer to the battery pack area. So throw the battery pack out, don't need it, it obviously doesn't work, so fuck it. Then again, we are working with something that was free here. So of course, like I always do, I never want to spend money on things. So I came up with a simple solution to make this work in the car, which is going to be great when we do the family trips and things like that. Unfortunately, I never get to be entertained by it because I'm always stuck driving. But, you know, so I'll show you what I did here. It's really simple. I simply put my multimeter on the two terminals here and found out the polarity. Marked positive with a white wire with a black tracer and the negative with just a straight white wire. And hooked up these two connections here. Now this is a cigarette lighter plug from a emergency air compressor pump. If you remember my big trailer move video, I think it's called, something like that, I rigged up these, well, I had to wreck two good emergency air pumps, but no big deal, to rig this up for the trailer brake system. Now obviously I had no use for just a cord, and I don't throw things away generally, and look, it came in handy. So it's got a, you know, healthy length of cord here, maybe too healthy, and it goes into these basically quick connect bits, and I'll need two hands to take them apart. Okay, so as you see here, you have a male end terminal and a female terminal on the negative, male end on the positive, and a female end on the positive here of the supply cord, and a male end on the negative. So you can't mix these up. They only go one way, so you can't fry the machine. So, like I said, we just soldered, you know, the wires onto there, piece of shrink tube to kind of clean up the look, and I just took a little Dremel grinder and ground out a small section of the plastic there, so when it's all back together, it'll almost look like it's supposed to be like that. And if for whatever reason you still had the original cord, it will still work. It's not disabled. So that's cool. So I did already test this in my car, and indeed it does work. And another cool thing is I have one of those, my car has CD and cassette, so I have a cassette, one of those fake cassettes that have a 3.5mm headphone plug on them, which you plug into a cell phone or an iPod or anything like that, to make that work in your car. The great thing is, I just plugged it into there, and the Trailer Park Boys sounds pretty good when it's coming through your car audio speakers. And amazingly, this little thing really has a great picture. So, not bad for free. There's a little update, and now I'm just going to slam it back together. Alrighty, here we are. We are all back together. And I would say, if you didn't know any better, you'd almost think that's supposed to be like that. Cool. Wicked. Well, that ought to make for a bit of peace and quiet on the long trips. Yeah, so I did take a couple quick little video clips, but maybe I'll mash them on the end of this video here for you guys. But yeah, that's it. So cheers, and after work beers. Later, guys. Okay, so here we are in the trailer, and yeah, so these moisture sucking foreign things, remember those ones that I got? Some of the Euro kind of fans told me that they're like moisture eaters or something. It says moisture eater or something like that, so that's cool. And it's working. Oh, I can show you. You can kind of see the water in the bottom there, so it's working. It's doing its job. Nice. So I'm just gonna leave that there. This floor is pretty well dried out now. It's just stained, obviously. So, but it's still all shitty and wavy. So I mean, really, just this one panel right here I got to replace. So maybe I'll do that like next week or something, and things like that. Here's the shop. There's a couch on my car. The frig. Oh. And but mainly next Saturday probably is going to be like a day that I'll be working on it. We have to put the fuel pump in the Jeep and at least get this pig running so that it can move under its own power, sort of thing. And got to put the rear shocks in. Got Skyjacker ones, and then there's some like brake parts and stuff like that got to go in. Then I think really we just got to put the new wheels on, and we're gonna replace the rockers, panels, and paint it in the spring. But basically we just got to get it good enough so that he can drive this damn thing for the time being. Yeah, so that'll be real nice. I'll be happy when I get this thing out of here, and then start doing some scrap and dump runs. So anyways, like I didn't really come here today to do anything, just to grab a cord out of my old V-dub. So we'll go do that. Just gonna fucking power down here, and look, a bottle will pop. Oh look, Hitler. Battery's still good. The Kapor generator and stuff. Oh, that's what I'm going for right there. This cord here. This is the one that I rigged up at the farm to use the trailer brakes when we moved it with the DPP. See if it'll even cold start. It's pretty cold out. And it's been sitting a week. This battery was pretty good. I don't know if it still is. Plug light's usually on longer than that. Oh well. easier than most mornings when I was getting ready to go to work and I drove it every day. Nice. That's running pretty good. It's going to be a good motor for a Cavalier.